And we are live. Hey, Olivia.
Hi, Nelly.
How are you doing?
I'm fine. How are
It's so
you?
nice to meet you. You are so beautiful
No, you are so beautiful.
and so
Oh,
amazing.
yeah, yes, you are too.
Oh,
Wow.
nice to meet you. Finally, we meet officially on YouTube. No, we met officially on um, Clubhouse.
Oh,
And then
yeah.
before that, I knew you through your YouTube channel. Guess from where? From Kenya.
What?
Really? When I was looking for when I wanted to move to Finland, I was really looking for information on how to come to Finland and what means can I use
Wow.
and who has the whole
Oh, I'm tearing
information.
up.
Trust me, and who has like every information that I needed. And it was so hard, but constantly, consistency, your consistency. So Olivia would post videos after videos after videos. And every time I went online to search anything about Finland, like life in Finland, living in Finland as a mother, studying in Finland, working in Finland. That's how I met you. So to take this back, I met you way years back when you did the first video of getting married to your husband, like that one where you're explaining your date and you had a coffee, you're going to church. That's how I met you. Isn't it?
Oh, no, you. You are kidding me. Really, that's like
That's
a
how I
long
met
time
you.
ago.
So it's been a long
Wow.
time following your journey, and then your journey brought me now here. Because at that time we were thinking, are we going to live in London or are we coming to live in Finland? So yours was more convincing. So I was like, this place, this is
Yeah.
home.
This
Yeah.
is
So
good.
I'd
This is
let
someone I
you.
can relate with. I totally get,
Yeah,
you know.
it was easily relatable, and to hear you
Yeah.
speak about Finland and the passion in your videos was just so amazing. So, to my viewers, I present to you Olivia, who is a mom, a lawyer, and she runs an organization called Is it Interpro Finland,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And what I know Olivia does best is the content she creates is like holistic. Like it's a whole content that is going to, it basically solves all your problems that you have, questions that you have. She dissects it like this is my meal. I'm just going to, like when you're eating fish and you have to like separate the bones. That's how she does it. So I have been a beneficiary of Olivia's content, and I have been having conversations with her. I've been watching her content for a long time now. And Olivia, please introduce yourself.
Hi everyone. My name is Olivia Kumpula, like now, but my father's name, my surname, it's originally Okonta, so I'll say Olivia Okonta Kumpula, and my middle name is Joy. I don't think people know that, but you guys do now. My
I
middle name
didn't
is
know that.
Joy.
Now we know.
Now you know where all the
Yes, the
laughter.
shocking pattern.
Now you know why I'm always smiling and in so good mood.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But
Nice
things
to meet
aren't so
you.
rosy, I would admit. And yeah, she said a lot of things. It's funny, but um, one of my inspiration is to be able to help people, because I've been in positions in my life where um, my dreams haven't been met, and things I wanted to do just didn't happen. And I've understood that living abroad is not easy. Like, life will not be the way you expect it to be. And one of the mistakes you make is to just expect that things will just work out like that. But I am grateful for where I am today, because what life has taught me, what life abroad has taught me, is to be resilient, to be consistent, is to just keep going, just keep going. As long as people are doing it, you can do it. One of my inspirations is in life, one of my inspirations is to look at people, like whatever I want to do, and I see people who have done it, and I ask myself, okay, how many heads does she have? One, not two. How many legs does she have? Two, not four. Okay, so if she can do it, I can do it. So that's one of my driving forces in life. And so like she said I should introduce myself. I do a lot of things. I do blogging and writing and trying to make changes, social impact, and I've just tried to contribute my best. And because I believe that in life you should be able to leave a mark, for people to say, okay, this is how, when I met this person, this was how she impacted my life, and this was how I met her, and when I came out, this was how I was or how I became. So there should be like a transition from one step to the other. All right. So
Yeah.
we are here. I find it very difficult to introduce myself because I don't know what to say most times, but because I don't just I did this, I did that, I did that. But it's better if you have questions, just ask, and then I'll be
Yeah.
able to answer your questions. Yeah. How many people do we have on live now? Do we have people on live
I'm
right now?
seeing only one on my side at the moment, but hopefully people are going to join
All
in.
right.
Can you see any on your side? I think it's more or less the same.
I don't see any, but because you're the host, I think you see everything. But it's
Okay,
good that you're going to save this and they can watch it later.
yeah, then they can watch it later. So one thing that I love is the way you have opened out your heart to give information, help everyone whenever they need help, and also help like completely. Because I also saw, been referring some of my followers to your platform, especially on Instagram, because I saw you rolled out this thing where if someone has like questions they want to ask about anything, then they are able to come to you, and you're able to help them through the whole process of getting to Finland, through studies, through work, or anything,
Yes.
and documentation and everything. Because I know
Yes.
when it,
Micro consultants and sites. Yes.
yes, yes, because I know when it comes to that, it's like really, there's not enough information. There's
That's
not
true.
enough information. So, which brings me to the first question now. How did you come to Finland?
I moved to Finland in 2014. I was working of course, I was doing some kind of jobs in law firms. I worked in two, three law firms. Then at
Mm-hmm,
one time, I moved to the telecommunications, MTN.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
Yes, MTN is like in the whole of Africa. So I was working in MTN for a long time, and then I was in their communications, like customer service, and I was a customer service supervisor for like about. I was there for 5 years in MTN, and I wanted to go to their legal department, but I couldn't go to the legal department because they needed me to have a master's degree in law before I can work in the legal department of the company. And I've
mm-hmm.
practiced law for many years, and I didn't want to do the law anymore. Like I didn't want to practice law. There are different aspects of law, like about seven, eight aspects of law. And I've
Mm-hmm.
done the litigation and criminal law and all that. And I wanted to do company law, so they said if you want to join the company and be a company lawyer, then you have to have a master's degree. So I'm like, I need to go and get it. And I noticed during the recruitment process, there's this thing we have in Africa. I don't know, let me not say Africa, in Nigeria, because I don't know if it's the whole of Africa, but there's this kind of a reverence for international degrees. So if
Yes,
during the recruitment process, they always kind of favor foreign degrees because I wouldn't blame them. Most of these international universities have very high reputations, so
mm-hmm.
they would kind of favor those ones. I'm like, okay, is that what you're looking for? I'm going to travel and I'm going to get the international master's degree for you,
How about
so
you?
that yeah, I'm like that. When I want something in life, I just try
You go
to
for
break
it.
it down. What are the aspects? What are the stumbling blocks? And then I just break them one step by step until I get it. So I try to check Netherlands, and boy, high school fees, lots of requirements, and it was just so stressful for me. I mean, lots of things they were asking, and then I was also working at the same time. It was just too much for me. And then I liked Iceland because I liked would I say cold places? I've never seen snow. We don't have snow in Nigeria, so I
We
was
don't
looking
have
for a place.
either.
I was looking for a place that has snow, lots of snow. So I was looking at Iceland. I'm like, Iceland sounds good, and I tried to apply there as well. But then my friends were telling me it's too cold, and I didn't really feel that connection until I found out about Rovaniemi. Like that's the
Oh
city of
wow.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
Santa Claus city, and then lots of snow. I'm like, oh, this is the place for me. And they had the perfect course I was looking for, the transcultural business law. So I just went for it, and I found myself in Finland in September 2014.
Wow. Oh, that's
Yes.
amazing. That is so amazing. I love the way you when you know your passion and you commit to following through. It's so amazing. I personally came to Finland through marriage. So we lived with my husband for about, let's say, we're now almost together for 10 years. So about
Wow.
we lived for 8 years. We were having only Kenya as our main home, right? And it was a long distance relationship because he'd go to work and then he'll come back, and then he'd go to work and then he'd come back, and in between we had children. And it was getting,
Yeah,
the more we had children, the more it became harder to manage the long distance
absolutely.
relationship. And so we were looking for ways to come moving abroad, basically, because education then became too expensive, and healthcare in my
Yeah,
country was also really, really expensive. So
can
um,
imagine.
we then decided, I think moving abroad was the best thing. So we tried
Mm,
the UK, we looked at the options, and then we also spoke to my husband's family here in Finland, because my husband is British Finnish.
okay.
So when we did the math, I think, and then after watching the videos, then I was like, I think I'm better off going to Finland than being in any other place. So I think for me, I would say your videos helped my husband convince me further.
He's like, look at the lady, she's there, she's having fun. She's even making
Yeah.
videos. Finland is not that bad. Don't be doing
Yeah. So it made me love this place a lot, and we ended up
it.
now moving here to have our family life here together.
But what do you think so far? Like um
You
after
know,
moving to Finland, what were your expectations and what's your reality now? And how would you compare everything based on the dreams that you had for yourself as a person and what you're learning, how you are now, like what the kind of changes that has happened within you since you moved to Finland?
I think being in my country, I think socially, let me just start with the social aspect of life, where communication and friends and everything. That was a
Yes.
big shock when I came here, because the way Africans were so open to hi and saying hello and whatnot. I came with that still, that vibe, because Olivia never mentioned that people are very cold. So, but then you notice that everyone you meet along
Are
the
you
way,
sure you have been watching my videos?
everyone you meet around, I think at that time, particular time when you're coming, everyone you meet around when I came was either was not so, like, they're not outright, like they're friendly in a very different way. You understand? Like it's
Yes.
like cold-ish until you get to know somebody. Does that make sense? So that's my feeling. It's kind of cold-ish until you get to know somebody. But if you know someone,
That's
then
true.
it becomes like it's like a friend to keep.
Yes.
It's like a friend for
Mhm.
life. So that
Yes.
aspect is really hard for me to understand. Why? Because put me anywhere in Africa, trust me, within just one ride to one stop, I have spoken to three people. That's just me. But then I found out that people here don't love like small conversations, because we find
You
fun
have
in
to.
small conversations, because we don't like to just keep to ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so that was one thing that has changed a lot, which I've also got to love, because I noticed that with time you accumulate friends that you actually sometimes do not need. So moving here has helped me, like, maintain that circle that I only need, and the ones that I'm not able to.
That is true.
I think I
That
would
is
say that
true.
is the way Finland has changed me as a person. But when it comes to expectations, I expected everything good, like really good. And I feel like coming here during summer was the most beautiful time to come in Finland. It was just when winter has come to an end, and summer and spring. No, it was actually we came here during, no, we came after spring. So it was so beautiful, everything was so green. moved into this beautiful home, and life was so amazing. So that I loved so much. And I would say for me so far, it has been amazing because I'm now at a place where I'm studying the language. The first year, I did not do much because we came with children. My husband was working abroad, and
Yeah.
I was here in Finland by myself with his family. Of course, would visit like on a weekend basis and stuff. So the second year now, I'm going to school, and I'm also learning that I can actually become anything I want to because in Kenya, I was working in a law firm. I worked there for 5 years. The pay was very small, but it's kind of like you just have to keep persisting because the only option is you stop, you go to school. And stopping and going to school means you have to pay for the school fee.
Paralegal.
Yeah,
You're working
yeah.
as a
It's
paralegal
really
or
high. Yeah,
as a
yeah.
what? Woman. You're working as
I
what?
was doing litigation, but then when I was by the time I did litigation partly, but then when I was working in the law firm, I was working as a social worker in the law firm.
So you did litigation. You did litigation. You studied law as well in your own home country.
A little bit, yeah. I
Okay.
did social work and partly a little bit of law, and then I dropped out to start work.
Okay. So you are working the law firm not as a
Yeah,
litigator but as a
yeah,
paralegal.
yeah. But as a social worker.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So every client who comes in, I speak to them. I see like what exactly they need, which category is this going into, who is able to deal with
Almost like
it.
a paralegal. Yes, it's good.
More or less something like that. Property law, we basically covered everything. It was a big farm with different lawyers, and we covered basically like everything. Yeah. So that is what I was doing in Kenya. And so moving here, I kind of realized that the direction I was facing was good somehow, but I wanted to change. And changing it in at home was really expensive because we looked at different options of me starting school in Kenya, and also factored in the fact that we had children, and it was like not possible.
I can
So then
imagine.
coming here, I feel like it's like there's that if you can push yourself, you can achieve it.
Yes, that is
Yeah.
true. That is
If
true.
you
You
can
just have to
stand the
be
challenges,
resilient. Yes.
if you can stand the challenges that come along the way, you can achieve it. And for me, one of the challenges has been the language. So sometimes I'm like, no, we're not doing this again. And then I'm like, you know where you're going to. But so far, so good. Yeah.
One thing I tell foreigners as we're here in Finland is to kind of map out your own. Well, that's one of the reasons why we have this association, because I was just thinking, like, what is something that we can do, that what are the areas that foreigners have problems in, and how can we provide solutions for each and every area. Of course, we can't do everything, but we try our best, because there's been so much talk and associations and seminars and stuff like that, but we wanted something practical, like something like, okay, now we've enough talking, I take you by the hand, let's go, what do you need, okay, I take you there, something like that. So more like personalized help and guidance. And also, I always tell people, you just map out your plans, look at it. What do you want here in Finland? What do you want to do? Who do you want to be? What is stopping you? Okay, so for example, looking at you now, you can ask yourself, okay, do I want to be a paralegal, for example, or do I want to work as a social worker? And what are the things stopping me? If I want to be this, is the language. If I want to be that, is the language. No matter where I go, it's the language. So you realize that, okay, the language seems to be the center,
The
is the very
center.
center behind all your problems. So what you do, you focus on that. So that's one thing that can help, no matter where you are, even if it's not in Finland,
Mhm.
anywhere, like even in your own home country, if you're having stumbling blocks and problems that are stopping you from achieving your own dreams personally, you ask yourself, what is the problem? What's the dominant? What's the constant thing that is showing up in all of my difficulties? What is that thing that is stopping me? That is the thing
Mhm.
you need to fix. Once you're able
Yeah.
to fix that, every other thing falls into place. So if language is stopping you, then you can as well try to learn it and see if it takes away some of the challenges.
Yeah. So for me, I decided to start up with the language because I noticed there are many options. You can come and do, because also when I was doing my research back when I was home, I saw many foreigners talking about many foreigners who come to Finland, they only offered cleaning jobs, berry picking. What else was there? basically black collar jobs, you know.
Sorry,
And
this light, I have this ring light, is affecting my eyes. It's kind of bright.
no worries, sorry. We understand. Guys, if you're for those who are watching, I can see there are people already. You can say hello. You can also put a comment in here and we'll be able to read it through. And thank you so much for being here. So if
Hi
you haven't,
everyone.
both of us, yeah. And again, this is Olivia. We're having a chat with. That is her name on my side here. And she also has a YouTube channel where she has a lot of information yet to be discovered. Yet to be discovered. Like some people have discovered, like me, and some of you are yet to discover the information. And I'm sure when you guys go there, you will find it.
You know, funny enough, I've been making videos for like at least 6 years, and
Mhm.
I one time I had about up to 400 videos on YouTube. So
Uh-huh.
can you hear me? Yes. So I just deleted some of them. I'm like, okay, it's just too much, and I
Okay.
deleted. Yeah, because I just had a lot of videos, and I just wanted to make live only because the name of the channel is My Finland Story. So I wanted it to be about my life in Finland, my life in Finland, and also moving to Finland, studying in Finland, and all that information, not about hair or anything like that. You know, I wanted to be specific. So I just put those things. And I removed the extra videos. And recently, I said on my channel that I'm just done making videos because I've covered everything, like everything. Currently, I have about over 200, like about 250 thereabout videos. So when she mentioned it, I was like, oh yeah, a lot of videos yet to be discovered. So like any topic you can think about Finland, I've made the video on that. So for
Even
now, I'm doing vlogs. I'm doing only vlogs. I've been vlogging like showing around the city, day in my
which
life, because that's
was
what,
the last video you
yeah.
did?
I'm dropping one today. I have a new vlog I'll be posting today as well. Like after this live, I'll post it. Yes.
You guys need to go and visit Olivia's channel. And Olivia, me, I would say, please don't delete the videos at all anymore
Okay.
because
I would.
you never know. Like the things we put on YouTube search are crazy.
I agree to that.
And when you're searching, sometimes you really don't know what you want to search for, and you just put like cluelessly some words here and there, and then you put Finland, and you never
Hmm.
know which of your videos I really need to watch right now. You know.
Exactly. That is
So
true. You have a point there.
I think it's still amazing. It's still amazing. I think so. Someone
Yeah.
was asking also. Okay, you said you came as a student, right? From becoming, did you finish your degree here in Finland, or what happened thereafter?
I finished. My degree was for 2 years. I
Mhm.
graduated, and the same month I gave birth. I graduated in May, and I gave birth to my first child in June.
Aha, so you dated in Finland as well.
Yes, yes, yes.
Getting
I did
better.
it. I dated. I met my husband here in Finland, actually.
It's getting
Hi,
better.
peace.
Hey, Peace. Hey, Mercy. It's getting better. I must say, it's getting better. Which is why we are now going to our next one. Okay, so how are Finnish men? So for everyone watching right now, both me and Olivia are married to. I'm married to half Finnish, half British, and Olivia is having pure Finnish man. How is it living with a Finnish man? And what's your opinion about Finnish men that makes them different from, for example, your country's men or something? What is just
You want to get me into trouble, right?
and then you can ask and then you can ask me.
You want to get me into trouble. So many times I make videos on YouTube and I talk about Finnish men versus Nigerian men, and I talk about being married to a Finn and what I love about being married to a Finn and all that. And I get comments from men. I'm sure they are Nigerian. Like, okay, so you're making comparison and don't run down your own countrymen and stuff like that. I'm like, I'm not running down anything. So questions like that, I kind of get very skeptical about it because I don't want to it to seem like okay, I'm comparing, but I'm just talking about my experiences. So the
Yeah.
point is to talk about experiences. No one is better, all right?
Mhm.
Cultures are different. Cultures are different, and the location is different. But if I should talk for myself and my experience when it comes to being married, I've never been married before, so I can't say being married to a Nigeria.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
dating, I can say dating a Nigerian man and a Finnish man. There are lots of differences, and interestingly, there are lots of similarities. I have a video actually where I talked about differences and similarities between Finnish men and Nigerian men. I
And
have that video. Yes.
oh,
So when it comes to dating Nigerian men, um, you know, funny enough, there are similarities. Let me talk of those, and those are quite interesting.
mhm,
It
mhm,
makes me to believe or to um, it's very interesting to me that the men are the same, even if they are different. They look different, but they are the same in certain areas. In certain areas, a man is still a man. You can't change that.
that's
Like
true.
yeah. One of the things that we have in Nigeria that the men do is this needs to take up their woman and maybe protect and provide for you. I mean, like just be like that feeling that okay, it's my woman, I have to take off my woman. Here in Finland, they don't have such in like openly because of the equality thing. Women are expected to take care of themselves and they are not demanding. But it's still funny to find men actually wanting to take care of you. Like here in
Mm,
Finland, so a man is a man no matter what, even if they have it like in their law, there's equality, men and women are equal. There's still that thing
the
nature in
need.
them to
Yeah,
take care of the woman. So
yeah,
that
yeah.
is one similar thing. And another thing is when it comes to, well, I won't say cheating. That one is different. Let's talk about this the one that's not similar now. When it comes
Mhm,
to cheating, I think an African man will be more willing to cheat, I would say,
mhm,
because the nature of cheating is quite light over there where we're coming from in our country. It's not a
mhm,
big deal. I mean, it's so stereotypical and like a norm that it's okay when a man cheats. Like it's okay, forgive him. I mean, it's normal. But if a woman
yeah,
should cheat, it's the end of the world. But here in Finland, it's not very normal for you to see a man cheating on you. If he's cheating on you, that means he's already out of that relationship. So that's a difference. And another thing I would say is in terms of house chores, we all know this, like taking washing dishes and all that. That's the part that I enjoy. That's the part that I enjoy.
oh,
Sometimes I see my of course I have so many things I enjoy, I won't lie. So many things I enjoy. But one of them is the fact that that pressure of you being a woman in the society, like you're a woman in society, you have to stay low at home, you have to stay low, and the kitchen is for you, and then the cooking is for you, and the laundry and all that. It's something that is quite annoying. But the good thing is that we don't have it here. It's very common for you to see the Finnish man maybe washing the dishes and all that, and it's totally normal. Like we do it together. You do, I do, or even he can do it more. It
mhm,
doesn't matter. It's not the job of a woman, unlike where we are coming from. I'm not saying any culture or anything is good or bad, okay? So that they don't we don't get comments like, oh, you're comparing. Cultures are different. We respect that, but we are talking about experiences and what we enjoy. And what also like my sister, it's funny when my sister calls sometimes and then I'm just watching a movie and then she says, where is my husband? I said, he's making dinner. And then she's like, what? My sister does it like, what?
yeah,
So she said, Olivia, oh, Olivia, you're just being lazy there. She says,
right.
she says stuff like that. And I can't even imagine how my mom would feel sometimes, or if she just calls and I tell her, "Oh, my son is there, he's doing the laundry." So I don't just say things like that to her because her understanding is different. So, yeah, yeah, that's
They'll be
one
like,
thing.
what
Now,
children did I raise?
okay, I can let you talk now.
Um, I think on my side, I'd start with the good part first, and then the bad part later. So one of the good things that I have loved so much about dating my husband and living with my husband and being married to him is the fact that in my house there's no call house chores for me and for him as a man. You understand? Like he'll clean the floor, although he takes 3 years to clean the floor. He would help me clean the floor. He would help me take care of the children, even
Mhm.
taking them to the daycare. It's like it's I'm not home
Yes.
to cook. I wake up in the morning, he'll make me my coffee. Like cooking is like a second nature. Like it's like me and him, we're both doing this together. So that I really, really do love. And then another thing which I think I love about, oh wow, that's nice. Only one bite, okay? Okay. Don't eat a lot of that bites. Okay. Only one bite. Now go share with daddy. Sorry about that.
No
So
worries.
one thing that I think is amongst many, like in Finland mostly, is the fact that during when a child is sick, for example, you see the men in the hospital, and you also see the women, or even when it comes to clinic time, you see the male and the female. Either person can take the children, but I feel like in our country, it's mostly the women who are always doing that.
Yes.
That is also something that I really do appreciate a lot. And then another thing I do appreciate a lot is the sorry about that. Another thing I appreciate most is the sincerity. Like, I
Oh
know
yes.
I'm the only woman in this relationship, and when it's over, it's done. Like, everyone knows it's over and we can both go out. You understand?
100%. It's like that. That is so true. Like there's no room for doubt or distrust and all that. There's nothing like that.
No, no, I know we are both honest to each other, and when one is out completely. Like, there's no in between. I'm seeing this person on the side and he's saying no. Like, I love the fact that divorce is something that is legally accepted, and it's not like seen as a taboo within the Finns themselves. You understand?
Yes.
And people openly talk about it as in comparison to my home, where if you're divorced, then there's that a little bit of a stigma that you feel around it. Yeah. But when it comes to a disadvantage that I think many of my country people have, men especially, is, hey, especially the tribe I come from, they'll make you cry sacks of tears. But not all of them. Some of them will make you cry sacks of tears. But then we also really love our women. And I usually hear men, most of the time, other tribes or people compare Luo men with Nigerian men. So we kind of have that big life, love your wife. This is my territory kind of love relationship with our women and stuff. But before marriage, you can cry many tears. Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree. And you've made very good points. There are similarities and there are things that are not so similar. But what you said about trust is really important, and also the divorce thing. It's not like a taboo at all, and it's not like you just have to stay and be suffering. If it's over, it's over. I mean, it's not um, that big a deal. And another thing also is that in the African culture, it is so terrible that once a woman is divorced, she's seen as a as a used property, like a used thing. Like I mean, not, I don't know what is that thing. Like, she's not young anymore. She's like second place, like a second hand.
Yeah. It's like
It's
her
terrible.
value has diminished.
Yeah, diminished value, and then like a second hand thing, and then the bride price goes down, and then you even well, I would say in the Western culture, there are good things and there are not so good things. In the African culture, there are good things and there are not so
And
good
then not
things.
so good things, yeah.
Yes, it's the same. It's everywhere. It's normal. No place is perfect. But one of the good things I find in the Western culture, in terms of uh, being a woman and being married and being divorced, is the fact that you can move. You can even be just have. You can have a child and be a single mom, and you see men still running after you, and they still see you as beautiful and sexy and desirable. But if it's the other way around in our home country, once you've had a child, like, forget it. There's no bride price anymore. Like,
Exactly.
your parents will be the one begging them, please just take her.
I have a daughter. Let me introduce you to my daughter. Funny thing is, I had I dated before getting married, and then I had my baby, and then the family of my date said that, it's not possible anymore. Like, It's not workable. So in
What?
that manner, I feel like it's totally different because these are people who like once these are people who once loved you, who appreciated you, who welcomed you and everything. And then now it's like the circumstances says clearly that it's not something you wanted to have, but then people are just like, no, our son deserves better or our son should not have. Yeah. So that is very different. And I love that Western cultures are more open to accepting that as much as a female is a fragile, not really a fragile, really, I would say, like we show the outcome of the action that happens, you know. The men are able to impregnate the women, but it's the women who carries the pregnancies and the babies. You understand?
Did you see my post on Instagram where I was dancing and all that about the body confidence thing? You know,
Uh-huh.
the Instagram reel. So it's just like that. Like, how convenient is it that when you go through the whole thing, your breasts are never the same again. Then your stomach and then all the stretch mark. I'm not saying that the only place that seems to snap back, you know, there's this thing in the weight loss journey world, and they think that okay, some people snap back, some don't, you know. Some have every when a woman gives birth or goes through that 9 month pregnancy, and then after that, our bodies are different. Some it's easier to lose weight than others, and also not everyone will snap back. Not everyone will go back to that tiny waist and all that. Like for me, my
Mhm.
tiny waists are gone, they're not coming back, you know.
Come on. Yes,
So
right?
not everyone will go back to that stage of having that flat stomach. So it's kind of a journey, and then there's so many things that also make it like that, like maybe stress or constipation or bloating or whatever it is. So there's
Yeah.
so why can't a woman who has children already and struggling or trying to lose some weight, if she wants to wear a crop top and show the belly, let her do that. I mean, what's stopping you from being in your house, just being around and just still wearing something nice and sexy? There's nothing stopping you from doing that. You know, I was not saying that your body's never going to go back to be the same. But do you know the funny part? The V area snaps back. That's the only place that snaps back. So how
Mhm.
convenient is it for men? You know, so we did the thing together, and then our we suffer from it. We have to push the baby out. Like my
Yeah,
first child, I was like, oh my God, I was there for hours, you know,
yeah, yeah.
screaming and crying. So we have to go through that, and then the breast is never the same, and then the stretch mark, and then you start struggling to get down to bring the stomach back to what it used to be, which may never happen. But then the V area, which you're thinking would maybe going through that stress would maybe be
Bam.
changed forever, it doesn't change.
Mhm.
It goes back, like it snaps right back. So like it's when they say this is a war for men, it's almost true. It's almost true, you know, because nothing happens to them, you know,
Yeah,
and then you have
the
to go
body
through all
stays.
that.
You are here with stretch marks. You are here with, for example, let me give you one funny factor out of like maybe topic. So when I'm pregnant, usually I don't eat a lot, and I notice that pregnancy eats you like the energy will somehow come from somewhere,
Yeah.
or the fat will somehow come from somewhere. So I've developed like dimples on my bum.
My
Out
babies take
of
my babies take their energy from my bones. If I don't eat, they just take it from my bones. So we so
So my husband is always telling me like, I think you need to. I used to say like, you know, my bum is like now having a dimple. I need to do something about. I need to do something about it. And then once you know, so I've been also talking about my boobs a lot. So I was saying like, you know, I call them like fallen soldiers. So I keep saying like my fallen soldiers, oh my fallen soldiers. So one day he was telling me, you know, when someone marries you, they know very well that they're not going to have all these changes, but you are going to have these changes. I love them. So you rock your body. And I'm just
yeah.
like, can I hear somebody say amen?
Exactly.
Yeah, so I usually say, like, for me, I feel like women, especially as women, and this can be a little bit out of topic, we need to learn to embrace each other the way we are, because we do know that our bodies don't bounce back the way they were
Oh no, we don't.
before. you
Yes.
know. I never knew I'd have like big chest. My tummy is, I know some you guys see perfect, but I don't see because I compare the me now and the me back then. And the me back then, I can never get her back. I only have her back within me, but in the physical, she's changing every day. You know,
She's
she's
just like
changing
this,
every day.
bring me out, let me out. When
Yeah.
I was younger,
So.
I've always been, I never had problem with weight. I'm always petite, I'm smallish, and if anything happens a little bit and then there's a little bit of tummy, all I have to do is just do sit up 1 2 days and it's gone, it's flat again. But since I've had children, like it doesn't happen anymore. Even if I'm there killing myself, it's still a little bit. So it's like that. But I have accepted it, and see it's a when it comes, like, it's off topic, when it comes to womanhood and being sexy and all that, it's all in the mind. It's all about you and how you see yourself and what you think. If you think that you're sexy and you feel it, people around you will feel it as well. So it's very important. I've seen people who are so beautiful and sexy, but the way they carry themselves, there's no confidence, like, oh, I'm not so, that kind of thing. And then people see you like that. So it reflects from the inside. It's very
Mhm.
important that you feel sexy and then you see yourself as sexy. It's very important.
Yeah,
It
and you
doesn't matter
carry.
if you've had 10 children, it doesn't matter.
No, no. You know, one lesson my mom gave me, I gave birth as a very young age. I had my first child at 19. And my mom told me, with life, your things are going to change. And to some women, having children is like already brings that low self-esteem. But you have to remind yourself the young girl you've always been. And I want you to
Yes.
look at yourself as that young girl as you go through life, because you
Yeah.
can't just look at yourself as, oh, I'm a mother of this I can't wear, this I can wear. Have Dress you like you think you are the most stunning, beautiful woman out there, and that's what I do.
Be vibing yourself.
That's what I do.
Okay, back to the topic. Back to the topic. What was the topic
Back to
anyway?
the topic now.
There seems to be some chat, some things
Yeah,
in
I
the
want
chat.
to read Peace comment first of all. Peace says, personally, when it comes to marriage and relationships, of course, there are lots of cultural differences here and there, but overall, the men are the same.
Yes.
Most time we have good and bad times. That's very, very true. And then Peace again says, challenges in relationships has got to do with a man or a woman as a person. I usually try not to look at where we came from or color, but as a person. House cause etc are more to do with culture. I think
Yes,
that's
but
also really.
yeah, but let me mention something here, please. It is true, like we said, men are men, and then also it's individuals. It's not good to generalize and say, okay, these American men are like this, and Finnish men are like
Mhm.
that, and then Nigerian men are like that. It's individualized. Like you just have to look at people the way they are as individual
Yeah.
persons. But it's also very important to note that culture plays a role in shaping a person. The culture, your background, the what you're used to, your cultural heritage, it shapes you into who you are today. I am
Mhm.
who I am today because of the kind of life and the experience and the
The
norms that I've collected
lesson.
of being a Nigerian. And I do not, I mean, one of the best things that happened to me is to be a Nigerian. I'm telling you, like I feel like
Mhm.
it taught me certain things. It taught me a long or a big percentage of my resilience and being smart and stuff like that. So I took a lot of things. When people look at, oh, I wish I was born in this place and that place. No, I am glad I am from Nigeria, typically Nigerian. 100% because I
100%.
took so many things. It taught me so many values of life, apart from the
Yeah.
hardship, but the good things of life I learned. So your culture, your heritage, your background, where you're coming from shapes you. So when it comes to men and where they are coming from, their culture, you will find that they actually it tells a lot. Like for example, let's say like here in Finland, you see that the way the society is, the way of life here affects the relationship as well. For example, the men don't or people generally don't talk so much, all right? Like no small talk, and then you're supposed to respect privacy, things like that. This is a way of life, so that also reflect on the men as individuals. So even as people as individuals, and then we should also not make it about culture. We should also remember that culture also shape people. So I hope Peace understands my point.
I agree with what you have said because it's because again of the culture differences that I basically mentioned the topic, especially cheating, because let me get Daniel out and then I come back. But you
Okay.
can carry is
Yes, I can carry on. I don't know where she stops. I don't know how to. Okay, so let me just try to read. I have a Nelly here. Oh, let me scroll down. Sorry, guys. All right, so the next person is P said here in the West, both boys and girls are raised to be. Okay, and then Olivia, we can't hear you well. Oh, they can't hear me. Oh,
I think
please.
now better.
Oh dear, I'm so sorry about that. There's Jane. Jane said, "Hi Nelly." Hi Jane. P said the worst is when fellow women shame, yeah, fellow women shame each other for not snapping back. Thank you for pointing that out. It's
Mm.
crazy. It's absolutely crazy, you know. And then there's
So
Sabina. Hey, Sabina. Yes, go on, Nelly.
read that first and then I say what I was mentioning. Read some.
Okay, so Sabina said, when I gain weight, I don't gain weight alone. I overfeed my husband. I'm sorry. This is awesome. She said, I overfeed my husband too, so we can both look the same.
To be like
Oh,
you.
babe, you're too much. She's just too much. That is
You
awesome. She said,
no, you are not smart woman, Sabina. You
who? Oh my God,
you are
this
the
lady is
smartest
just,
I've ever seen.
this lady is
Everyone
just
has
something else.
found out.
Everyone, Sabina lives in Finland too, and she's
In
married to a
Finland as
Finnish man.
well.
Thank you for that
Sabina.
tip.
I need, I
I
need
can't
to
stop
do
laughing.
this. I need to do
Oh,
this one. But okay, what I was saying about culture, especially when I mentioned cheating and mentioning that sometimes you can cry sacks of tears, is because where I come from, especially my tribe specifically. I talk about my tribe, not other tribes. We believe in polygamy. And some men still carry through polygamy even up to now, while some have dropped the trend. So it's kind of something that's fading away a little bit at a time. And I feel like mostly it has also gone ahead to affect the youth because they believe that they don't just have to have one woman in their life. You understand? Because
yeah.
they know when they get married, they somehow need the second wife or maybe the third wife. It's fading away a little bit, but it's still there. So that's why I'm saying sometimes you find that you're dating someone. I've not been cheated on though. You're dating someone, but then you'll find that they also have someone else they're seeing. It's like kind of like a rehearsal to who you're going to become. You understand? So that is why for me, I mentioned especially the cheating aspect because it does happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lucky you that you've not been cheated on before.
Funny thing is, finally have dated. I think dated once, dated like strongly dated. Like I can say I dated someone once, and then I got in a relationship the second time. And this was someone, when you have given birth and you just don't know what else life has to offer. So I would say it was those unhealthy kind of entanglement that I got into, where this person actually we spoke about marriage a lot of times, but because I was still like, do I go or do I not? Do we start or do we not? I got to spend a long time trying to learn him. But with that man, I still was involved in the relationship. And he was also financially investing in me in the relationship. You understand? But then turned out that the day I was like, you know what, today let's just talk about this and let's officially start dating. Then I found out he was having another woman in bed. So yeah, so that's how that ended. So I don't really call it like a relationship. It was a situationship.
Well, you know, lots of things have happened in the past. I don't even remember most of it. But in this topic, one thing I do remember was
Your speaker is now again. Uh-huh. There. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't know why that is happening. Okay, is it clear now? Is it clear?
No, come through. Yeah, now it is.
Okay. I would,
Now it's okay.
I, okay, good. It's okay. Let me come closer. Is it okay?
Yeah, yeah, that would very okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I said, when it comes to things like this, I don't remember so well because it's been like a lot of things have happened in the past. But
Mm-hmm.
one thing I do remember was my very first boyfriend. I would say like official boyfriend, like then something like that. And I just got out of the high school, and I was he was already in the university, studying accountant, very serious minded,
Mm-hmm.
serious minded young man with was a potentials, like he's gonna be an
Mm-hmm.
accountant and all that. And I noticed that he started cheating. Like he started writing in French, that I couldn't read it. And one day I just like, what is this thing he's writing in French? One day I just wrote, took it down, and I think I took a picture. I don't even remember because I wanted to know what it was. And then I asked someone to translate, and then it's some kind of talk, what he was promising another woman, that he was going to marry her and all that. I was like, what? After 4 years with you, I'm telling you. So I went to later we were talking about it. I got so upset, and then his friends were telling me it's because you're not in the university. That's why. Just go apply and get in the university. Get in the university. Right now,
What?
you're not doing anything. That lady, she's gonna be an accountant too. She's in the university. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna buy a jump form and apply for university. And that was and that was the last thing. I comforted him about it. Like, this is what I had, and then he just slapped me. I'm like, what?
What?
He slapped, yeah, he slapped me, and then I just turned back, and that was the last time he saw me. And after I got into the university, 6 months later, he came, that he came
Seriously?
to he came to visit
You wanted
right there
someone with university
with him.
qualification.
Yeah, in law school, like in the faculty of law, and then he came. He was there at the entrance there with the taxi and with his loaf of bread that he bought. I sent him back in the taxi and the loaf of bread. I sent him and his loaf of bread and the taxi back to the state he was coming from. That same moment, So when you said that, I
Men,
just remembered. Yeah, so they just feel
men,
like, okay,
men,
if you are
men.
nothing, if you've not achieved something in life, or maybe you don't have any kind of education, and then they can actually
Mhm.
take you for granted. It's like that.
And for me, I feel like as women, we have a lot to offer. Like, even if not education generally, a woman nurtures, a woman mothers, and the presence of a woman in a house is just something that the presence of a man, every man needs, or I don't know, just in my opinion.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
understand that.
Hey,
Do we have
Nelly.
any more? Yes.
Yeah, we do have. I'm just going through this. Piece is laughing about Sabina's comment, and then Nelly says, "Hey, Olivia,"
Hi,
and then
Nelly.
Olivia, what is your channel name, Olivia? Can you type it? Type in it,
Yes,
please.
my Finland story.
So it's this one that
Yes,
I typed there, but you can also just type when you type this, you're able to find Olivia's channel. If I had
yes.
my phone, I could have shown you guys, but this is the channel itself. Um, and then watching you two warms my heart so much. It's nice to see women supporting each other. Love you guys. Oh, thank you so much for this.
Thank
Please,
you.
so very much. Olivia, now to our next second one. Wait, before we continue, because we're talking about the men, someone was asking, how is it different raising or having a family life in Finland? What do you like most about living a family life in Finland, raising your family here and not in Africa, for example, or any other part? Let's say in Africa, because Africa is where we come from.
Well, it depends on what the question is about. If it's about me raising a family, I've never raised a family in Nigeria before, so I don't know how it is. But if it's about me being raised in Nigeria, I would say it wasn't bad. Like I said earlier, I like that. But um, the good thing, see, this is what we do. This is a mixed family. Is a mixed mixed culture. So I like I said earlier, there are good things in the Finnish culture and there are good things in the Nigerian culture. So I've experienced both, and I try to pick only the good things from both cultures and teach those to my children. That's what we do. We teach that to our children. So there's so many things I do not want to pick in the Nigerian culture, and there are so many things I do not want to pick in the Finnish culture. So we focus on the good things and teach them those things. But I am grateful that life is actually easier here. I'm grateful for that. And if you ask me, I would say that I'm grateful that my children are here because it's safe here. Like one of the things for a mother, one of the things you worry about is safety for your children. Like even if we don't have anything, but let's just be safe. So the fact that I don't have to worry about their safety, it's very comforting for me. So for that, I like that they are here in Finland and they grew up here in
Uh-huh.
Finland. So
That's
yeah,
that's amazing.
yes, it's safe.
That's
It's very
amazing.
safe for children. It's not a place where you just be walking and then the car will just come and knock you off, or somebody
Yeah,
rolls under the bus, or what's this now? A train. You just get under the train, or I mean, the level of safety is higher. So for my little girls, I like that they are here. But of course, please, of course, I'm not saying that life is not safe for children in Nigeria.
it's
The problem is this: in Nigeria there are people that are so rich and they are so poor. So that is where the problem is.
there's a
If
big
there's
margin in between.
exactly, if there's safety for everyone, if that kind of those kind of things, safety and security of life and food and water and electricity, if these things are stabilized and balanced for everybody, whether you're rich or poor, you have that, life will be better. But when some have everything and some have nothing, then it's very difficult. So for that reason, that's why I'm saying that. But I do know that I am where I am because this is where God has planted me. And if at the moment God plants us in Nigeria, my family in Nigeria, I am 100% sure that we will do well as well because
Yeah.
He's watching over all of us, no matter where we are. Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah. I think for me, what you've said at the end there resides a lot. I believe that we get to places because somehow God in His plan had it in mind that you'll be in that specific place at some point. And for
yes,
me, it's always just a prayer that wherever you are, God will make you prosperous. But when it comes
yes,
to raising a family life, I would say I have raised a family in Kenya, and we again, when it comes to the economical differences between the margin between the rich and the poor, it's really high, and the middle
yes,
class. So where you are is really significant to how easy or hard life is to you. And that also comes about because things like medical care and everything is very, I would say, expensive depending on what your earning is. So I would say I love that here there is a universal healthcare where everyone can go to the hospital and get treated, and there's a small fee that comes. It's not that expensive. But in my country, as a parent, there are things that even as I was a working person and we are both working, there are things like sicknesses that insurance are not able to cover that kind of come
hmm
and give you a shock. So those
yeah,
are some of the things that I think are a little bit different. Also, when it comes to education, back
yes.
home
I was about to say that. Yes,
I really appreciate the education we get is that one that if you're persistent and determined, you'll get it. You understand? But here I
yes,
feel like people you can just go to school, be there. There's no pressure. I walked to a school the first time and I was like, am I in a school? Are you a student or a teacher? Like there's a lot I couldn't place together in my mind when I went to my son's school the first time, but these days I'm like warming up to it. But I feel like there's that advantage where the quality of education here is of course good, but I think also in according to African standard, the education we get is also good in according to our own lifestyle and everything.
yes. The
And
problem is the
and
payment. The problem is not
now,
the education.
yeah,
The
when
education
it
we have
comes
is good. It's the
Yeah,
payment.
when it comes to the payment, it's very expensive. Because I was looking at things like nursing. In my country, nursing, when you do nursing as a subject, as a topic, as a training, you learn midwifery. You're going to learn a lot of all these things together. That your skills are
Yes.
able to be applied in different other places. But when you come here, there's a level to which now you have to choose.
Yes,
So
I'll
you
stay
don't
on
you
it.
don't you don't get to have like everything at once. So that is something that I have really been appreciating so much about the African education. But the
Yeah.
advantage of it is the cost of attaining it is the problem, which most of the time it's not affordable for everyone. Um, so someone was asking, how can one get a Finnish citizenship if they come here as a student or marriage, and after how long?
You know
Do you
what?
have a citizenship?
Yes, I do.
Uh-huh. I still do not have one.
Yeah. You know what? I've received this same question many times, and I've been promising them on my channel that I will make that. Also on Instagram, I said it, that I'll make the post or video. Like recently, I even said made
So
a
don't
poll about
post
that.
it. Make a video.
Yes, I'll make a video, and also I'll make a blog post so I
Blog.
can just give some
Yeah.
of the, yes, yes. So please watch out for it, because in that video I plan to talk about the different steps. I'll also share my experience, like the how what I went through, because for me I waited for like 2 years after application. Between applying and getting it was almost like 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yes. So I need to my husband is distracting me.
No worries. No worries. No worries.
Because it's a live video and it's in the background. I'm like, okay, so what is he gonna do
But
now?
yes,
No,
if
because
you're
he has clothes on, but so no problem.
say hello.
He has clothes on, no problem. Okay, so it took me
Hey.
like 2 years. He didn't hear, he can't hear because I have this.
Okay, no worries.
Yeah, so he can hear. So I need to make. I'm going to make a video on that to explain everything. So please hold on for it, because it's kind
I
of a
think the
long
best
process.
thing now is that we have to come to Olivia's channel to watch if you want
I
to
promise
like
I'll make it. Yes.
shape, and also if you want to become, I think Olivia, I'll give you two, because these are one of the two of which came like very randomly, is the marriage and after how long, and if you come as a student, are you able to live in Finland?
Oh, yes. If you come as a student, usually the residence permit is renewed every year. Okay, so you just have to renew every year. And after your studies, you can get an extension. The point of the extension is for you to stay in Finland and look for a job. So yes, you can renew. And now they have different programs that you can actually partake in, so that you can find jobs like internships and trainings and all this, just to kind of maximize your chances.
Okay. And
Yes.
to add on top of that, I wanted to ask, because it also came somewhere here, just
Mm.
to, so that we
Yes,
don't
because
end up repeating.
me and I need to go and pick the guests soon from the
Yeah.
daycare.
So,
So,
like for example, when it comes to when you come as a student, let's say you're not able to pay for your whole training. Is it when you drop out and decide, like for example, I want to look for a job or something? Is it doable? Can someone do that?
well, the point of you coming was because your residence permit was for a particular reason. Okay, I'll give you an example. If you come to Finland through, let's say, work, okay, and then something happens, and then your circumstance change, and it's not possible for you to get that job anymore, you need to go back to where you're coming from, and then you need to, maybe there's some kind of another reason for applying. You need to change your application and apply again based on another reason. So when you're coming to Finland to study, your residence permit is for the purposes of study. So if something happens and then you can't continue with your studies, you need to start the process afresh. So it's not something that you just move from, I'm on this level and I move from there and there. They didn't make it that easy. It's not that easy. You need to
Mm-hmm.
start again, start the whole process again. So that is the problem. So if you drop out of the school for one reason
Mm-hmm.
or the other, then you have to well, the best thing is that try to get a job before you drop out. Okay, it's to be best if you can do that. If you can get any job, then you don't have to like start afresh and all that, because once you stop the school, that
Mm-hmm.
means that your reason for being in Finland is nullified and you will have to leave. So that's just how they
Okay.
made it. Yes.
Okay.
So be
And
very
then
smart about it. Be very smart about it when you're making choices, and ask people who are already in the system, so they tell you how to go about things.
And that is when Olivia also comes in, because you can directly go to her on Instagram and ask her on these questions, and she's able to help you through at a very like minute, like there's see, very minute.
Yes, I do. What I do is that I help on Instagram and also via email. I answer questions, but I give one, two, three. But I see people with like 10 questions at once. So for that, it's best you book an appointment. If you book an
Mhm.
appointment like 1 hour, you can get like another 1 hour or 30 minutes free. So it's best for me. If not, I won't do any other thing if I'm just there just doing that. So I can answer one question, 2 questions. But if you have like more specific and a longer or a detailed kind of a guidance that you need, then booking an appointment is better.
And I would say also, like, when it comes to information about, especially moving to Finland, it's not very plain, like clear on the
No.
law, what we have written, even when you check on Migri. And that is what I would say for me, it took us a long time. There are a lot of mistakes we did along the way and stuff like that. So I think if there's someone watching this who wants to come as a student, as for work or anything, you need to consult me. I trust Olivia, like I do. You need to try and consult someone like Olivia because they've lived here for a long time and they know how the laws work, and they know
I'm
the
more
things.
of research. I've done some research a lot on this. So
Yeah, and you've also done a lot of research on this. You really can understand more than when someone just says that sit down, look into the internet, and then find the information. It's not that.
yeah, it's not
It's
that
not that
easy.
plain.
Yes,
Yeah,
I can give guidance on that, and it's easier when we are working together, because
yeah,
like you
yeah.
explained, it's not like a general thing. Sometimes you need guidance for your own specific case. Your own individual case is actually different from what is happening generally. So sometimes that personal help is necessary.
And I think especially when it comes to moving abroad, because sometimes, like for example, most of my followers, I usually hear someone like the one I told you, where you come as a student and then you can change and then do something else, and then it's like a cumbersome way. But if you get someone who can advise you on the right thing to do, then you don't get to incur this fee of traveling back, coming back, trying to reapply and everything like that.
Yes.
Yeah. Which brings me to the next one, where someone was asking between marriage, tourist visa, student visa, and I think those three. Which one is the easiest way to come to Finland if you want to live here?
Okay, so this will be the last one because I need to go and pick my guest.
Okay.
So between
Okay.
between study visa and marriage, and what's the third one?
Marriage, tourist visa, and students.
Well, it depends on easy in what aspect because each of them requires something. All right. For example, student visa, you need a lot of money right now because it was easier. It was easier. It used to be very easy when tuition was free. But now tuition is not free anymore. You need to pay school fees, a lot of money. And apart from that, you need to also have some specific amount of money, at least 6,700 and something, euros, 6,000, at least 6,700 and something euros in your bank account
Mhm.
before you can get your student visa or your student resident permit. That's what they give you for 1 year. And the next year, when you need to resume, what's it now,
Yeah.
extend it,
Mhm.
you need to get the same amount of money. So if you have the money, then that is easy because once you have the money in your bank, it's easy. Like you have all the requirements, it's easy. Although these days there's been problem with Migri and the queue that they have. So because of the queue, people are unable to get into school on time. They get admission
Yeah.
from the university, but they're waiting for the Migri to give them their visa, and then before they know, school has started and they've not even come to Finland. So that's the current problem we are having right now. But apart from that, that could be easy if you have what is needed. And then the other one is marriage. Well, here in Finland, there's a big value for family ties. So if
Mhm.
you have family here or you're married to someone and all that, so it won't be a problem to move to Finland as long as you have all the certificates, So that too
Mhm.
is very possible. And also tourists coming as a tourist, you're given specific time, like you apply for tourist visa. It's not like forever, it's like 3 to 6 months, so after that it ends and then you leave. So if you want to stay back, then that means, like I explained, here in Finland, it's very important to know that when you're moving to Finland, you're coming for it, or you're coming to Finland, you're coming for a particular reason. And when that reason changes, you can't just here in Finland change it and change it like you're changing clothes. You have to move away and apply again. In most cases, it's in very little cases that you can do the switch from here, right here in Finland. Um, I'll meet you. Okay, so you go and I make dinner.
Oh,
So, so I won't be able to pick them, but I should make dinner before they come because I
okay,
have some things
okay.
already ready. Yeah.
Okay.
Um, what was I saying? Yeah, it's in very limited cases that you can. Okay, good. It's in very limited cases that you can make the switch. You can make the switch from right here in Finland, but in most cases they will need you to start afresh. So it's important to note that. And then someone is saying here, just for to it's I see
YouTube.
I see the person on my channel, so I think the person is coming from my YouTube channel.
Yeah. He's
Nice to have
also.
you here. Yes, it
Mm-hmm.
says coming as entrepreneur is even more easy if you have the money and some business ideas. Yes,
Oh
because
wow.
right now, oh
Mm-hmm.
yeah, there's a lot of interest now in international talent and international business ideas and all that. So if you're coming right now at the moment, the one of the easiest way to come is as an entrepreneur. If you have a business idea and you have money, something that will improve or impact on the Finnish economy is highly welcome. So that is a good way as well. Just come with the idea and then you can
Wow.
start your own business here. Yes,
Talking
yes.
of which, I saw like the poll where someone posted on Instagram about the Nigerian boy who's been making like aeroplanes.
Yeah, I was putting it on LinkedIn. I shared it
That
on
is
LinkedIn
so
today.
beautiful. That
Amazing.
is
That
so
is really good.
amazing. That is more than amazing. I love that. And then healthcare. This was asked by someone. I've not seen them here. They were supposed to come, but it's okay.
Okay,
They're
but
asking
Nelly, after this, I have to go. Okay.
this last one. Is healthcare in Finland, or is it for everyone, or is it just for Finns only? Who is the beneficiary of the Finnish healthcare?
No, the Finnish healthcare is for those who are legally living
In
or
Finland.
residing in Finland. So it's not only for Finnish people, it's for those who are living here legally. Okay, so if you're living here, by legally, I mean you have permanent residence here in Finland. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
now there are different areas to look at it. Um, let's say you come as a student. One of the requirements before you can even get here to Finland is that you have medical insurance. You need to have
Yeah.
insurance of about
Mhm.
30,000 euros that covers that for the year. So the point of that is that if there's some kind of serious thing that uh, needed like some medical care, so they can put your insurance company can take care of that. But even aside from that, the government still wants to help incoming students. So there is this the universities, or like let's say the cities, they have like a student healthcare. So if you're a student or an international student, you can benefit from that healthcare that is provided. So you don't have to go to the main hospital and pay a lot, but you can have that free medical service that is made for students at the university. So that is very good. Then apart from that, let's say which other person now? What's the other option of people that can need the like
If you're coming,
tourists,
yeah,
like a
tourist.
tourist? Okay,
Mm-hmm.
if you're coming as a tourist, you need to make sure you have your travel insurance or medical insurance, so
That
that if
covers
anything,
the
yes,
traveling.
that covers your medical. Because the point of the Finnish medical system or the medical care is for those who are residing in Finland or has Finland as their permanent base, who are
Yeah,
here
yeah.
residing here. Yes, so if you're just visiting, then it's not actually for you. But does not mean, like I said, like student, there's other things that actually that you can benefit from. So it's really good that students don't have to like use their own money all the time. So I remember when I was a student, I benefited a lot from that. I even got my teeth cleaned. Like I was you're supposed to do that once in a while, right? So I remember one time I went there and I got my teeth cleaned, and teeth teeth cleaned, and then they did not charge me anything. So that is really good. It will help with the cost.
Okay.
Okay,
I
so
think
it was nice to be here.
now it was really nice to meet you and have with you. But guys, I think one of the things I would say mostly is that you try and follow through with Olivia. Watch her channel. Also, if you have questions, contact Olivia through her Instagram page, and she'll be able to give you all the information that you need. And that is why I brought her today. Olivia, thank you so much for being here with me. Love you.
Thank you so much. It's really nice to be here. Yeah, I haven't done live in a while, so this is really good. We should do this again.
We should do this in your platform too. We
Okay,
should
yes, we'll
do
do it next time over at my Finland Story YouTube channel. We'll see you guys there, right? Hey,
Yeah.
today I have a vlog ready. I made a vlog because that's what I'm doing now. They wanted to see me make more vlogs and share more, like day in my life. So I just finished. I uploaded it on YouTube, but I just have to make it ready, and I'll be posting it tonight. I mean today. So yes,
Watch out for that if you're watching this. So let's go over, shower that vlog with a comment. Watch it after watching, give it a like and a thumb. You know, all those good stuff that we do here,
and
okay?
subscribe.
And subscribe as well. Do not forget to subscribe. Do not forget. So thank you so much, Olivia, for being here. Thank you for your support
Thank you for
and
having me. It's been a pleasure.
thank you so much.
Thank you and bye. Mwah.
Mwah. So, guys, that was Olivia, and it's someone again. Like I started when I started this, I mentioned to you guys that when I was coming to Finland, I looked for a lot of information on how basically can I start up, where exactly can I start from as a foreigner, how are other people living life here in Finland, and I felt like her videos gave me a startup to my life here in Finland, and I would really suggest that if you want to come, if you're considering this kind of place to be a place where you raise your family. For example, if you're getting married to a Finnish man or if you're coming to live in Finland for some other reasons, it'll be an amazing thing to just get some information on the kind of place you're going to live in and what kind of people they are and stuff like that. So I think I'm going to be waiting to hear what you guys have to say, and as I try and also read on whatever can be left. So one of the people were asking fun activities to do in Finland. And I think like for me, I would say Finland generally is beautiful, and it depends on what you really love as a person. So, for example, personally, I love nature. I love running. Running is like me, and running cannot be separated. And I love that the Finnish nature is free. It's for everyone. It's like a no man's land. As long as you don't get to go into someone else's compound, you are free to basically do anything that you want to do in the forest, whether running, doing yoga, whatever it is. So that is some of the things that I do love about Finnish forest, for example, the nature around it. And fun activities, there are many things you can get to do. You can visit, there are many tourist attractions you can visit. I think every city has something that it can offer. If you go to every town, there's something you can always discover if you're coming as a tourist or something like that. So that is something I love so much. This question basically depends on what exactly do you as a person love. As you still continue, I'm going to be waiting to hear what you guys have. And if you want to join the stream, I'll try and share the what is it called, the link over here, so anyone who wants to join can join and tell me what their opinion is. And also leave me a comment if you have any. Yeah, and then let me try and see what else I have not covered. Hmm. Aha, the Finnish most popular foods. I think when it comes to foods, my favorite popular Finnish food for me it's lohikeitio. Ketio, it's a salmon soup. So basically, it's like salmon with potatoes, some dill in it, and some what is it called? Milk or cream. It depends on who's making. Some people make it without. That's my favorite of all. My kids love macaroni latico. And something I really love about the food culture here is that it's always fresh, and salads, my love of life, and everything is always present in every Finnish table, I believe. So that I really love. Yeah. So those are some of the things that I really, hey, Bunny, those are some of the things that I really do appreciate a lot. Yeah, so those are some of the things that I do really appreciate a lot. And so it was really nice chatting with Olivia. I really enjoyed it, and I hope you guys also had a lot of fun in doing so. Please do follow her channel. As she said, she's posting a video today, so we all should be there to watch it. It's always fun, it's always interesting. There's always something also new to learn. I'm interested to see what's up for us today. And I can't wait to see you guys soon. So I think need to go. My boys are not feeling well, and so I need to spend more time in trying to take care of them. And and I think I'll leave now, and I'll see you guys in the next one. If there's no comment, I think I'll give it like 5 minutes and then see if there's any comments coming through. If you have anything else we can talk about, mwah. If you have anything else we can talk about, let me know. Leave a comment, and I'll be more than happy and glad to answer it. Where are we going to? Purple, Daddy. Don't switch off my light, please. Switching purple, then you see. I don't have a purple one, Bunny. We have a purple. Do we have a purple? Yeah. Okay. Mhm. Wait, the timer. Yes, that's one side. Then this. Have you tried orienteering? That is mostly running in the forest with some additional challenges. I have not tried that. What I've tried is using the outside gyms, and basically the outside gym, the ones that are for public uses, these that look like the traditional kind of gym setup, and also the staircases that they have, which really come in really handy. So those are some of the things that I have tried, but you can tell me some of the things that you have tried that I can also find fun, or I'm always adventurous. I want to discover. So let me know some of the things that I can try and do to maximize on my love for nature, or to just add a little bit of a challenge to my activity of the day. Yeah, that would be so much fun to know. It would be so much fun to know. And guys, thank you so much for all of you who've been here. Thank you so much, Nelingari. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Kush. Thank you so much, Sabina. Thank you so much, Jenshiro. Jenshiro and Peace also have like a YouTube channel. Jenshiro does cooking, and Peace also started her YouTube channel, which has amazing information on how to move to. Okay, amazing information on how to move to Denmark. So if you are interested in some things like those, I believe everyone should just, information is power. So we should all try and get informed. Rose also have a YouTube channel, which you can follow, and please subscribe and support her content. And which one? Which one? Can Daddy show you? No. Okay, wait a minute. Hey, poor Lindo. I think I'm going to leave you guys. If you missed the conversation from the start, we had Olivia. Please watch it over again and learn a thing or two. I now have to leave. Poor Lindo also has a YouTube channel, and please feel free to connect with them. I now have to leave, but I cannot wait to meet you guys on the comment section as always. Um, that will really be interesting to get to communicate with you guys there on the comment section, and hear for on what you guys have. Um, I think she meant to write Jen Shiro's channel. I'll just try and type it. Jen and then Shiro. Shiro Kitchen. Yeah, it's that one. Okay. Yeah. And Miss Ndoto, thank you so much for also being here, my love. I really, really do appreciate this so very much. You have been supporting me from like forever. So thank you so much. And all of you guys for always rooting for me and being here with me all the time, having conversations with me. If you missed the live we did yesterday, please do watch it. It's an interesting one. And if you missed the beginning of today's, also please do feel free to watch it. And it's always a pleasure, as Paulindo says, to also have you here as well, as it's yours to also have me in your screen every day. So thank you so very much. And I think I'm going to leave now. I love you guys so much. Please watch the beginning to the end. And then do as always, you have some extra gadgets. Please play my videos on your extra gadget through the night if you can. Please support me in that manner. And also, you can rewatch this video, for example, if you missed anything, and leave me a comment, share it with a friend who's wanting to come to Finland or who's trying to figure out where exactly they can come to, so they can have at least a clue on what living in Finland looks like or how life is somewhere around here, somewhere in the world around where we are, or just generally to just be informed. Jenshiro's Kitchen, I'm pretty good. Thank you. What about you? Paulinda is asking. I think I'll keep reading these. Thank you so much, Miss Ndotu, for always being here. I really do appreciate you. Paulindo and Jenshiro are chatting still, I think. Yeah. So yeah, if you can play this on your, what is it called? On your if you have two gadgets, if you have a phone and an extra thing you're not using, you can run this content on your gadget and get to watch and support me in that way. As I try and figure out, like I have videos I need to edit, but kids being unwell and also trying to balance everything has really just a little bit been a tiny bit of a challenge. But this way I also love, because we get to meet each other, we get to know each other, you get to learn me, and you get to know me and I get to know you, people like Jenshiro, Powalindo, Just 42 Tube. These are people that I really love. Kina, what is it called? Rushoff, Susan Vielesi, Olivia, who was here, Peace, Rose, Nelly, my namesake. We get to know each other, understand each other, Miss Dotu. I really do appreciate all of you. Mercy, I really, really do appreciate all of you. So thank you guys so very much for being here. And bye. Let's leave it where it's still sweeter. Love you guys so much. And my love to all of you. Bless you guys and bye. Keep safe. Oh, by the way, I had my second vaccine. So I'm quite interested to see how that goes as well. Okay. So I'll see you guys soon.